Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well. From wherever you're watching this channel, I believe you've heard about SIM card fraud.
Now, this is not some hacker movie set in Silicon Valley.
SIM card fraud is real. Now, one of the people who could have been confronted with this SIM card fraud is OJUANG, the father to Albert OJUANG. Now, you remember when OJUANG went to see the body of his son at City Mortuary. The moment he walked out there, he was emotional, so he gave a press statement. There were so many people who surrounded him. And then somewhere along the way, he felt helpless. And then that is the time it's believed someone could have took his phone. Then there was some statement there. He delivered a statement when he said he could not find his phone. And then minutes later, his phone was found lying somewhere in a bench, somewhere there within Nairobi City Mortuary. So he took his phone back. But do you know that the time that phone had disappeared, that is the time someone stole the identity of OJUANG's phone, the SIM card. Now, why am I giving you that kind of a history? It's very, very simple. There was a drama about paybills. There was a time OJUANG said people had taken money that was contributed to him. Millions had been stolen. That story, we did it when I shared a story about Eric Omondi's complaint. When Eric Omondi was complaining that despite the fact that he did the best he could, he was never appreciated, but Ruto was appreciated. So there was some SIM card syndicate here, SIM card fraud incident here that took place. And I want to explain to you what took place, because I have stumbled upon a video that has been shared. This video has gone viral, and I have some broken down statements from that video. But before I share the details, ladies and gentlemen, kindly support the work we do on this channel by liking this video. I have discovered that many of you good viewers watch our videos, but you forget to like our videos. Please do so. Please subscribe. And to our existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Now, after the statement from OJUANG, there were proposals. 4 proposals were channeled to him to open paybills. The first proposal came from someone by the name Charles, who, according to the story, was sent by Faustine Lukele. Now, Charles' proposal was to create paybill funds in aid of the funeral expenses, but they wanted to use Meshach's identity. Part of the proposal detailed that they also wanted to have access to the funds and 45% of all the money raised. But because OJUANG realized that there was something fishy here, he appeared to be confused and ended up rejecting the proposal. So on to the second proposal. Now, the second proposal came from Anifa. We all know Anifa. Yeah, she's the one who took OJUANG somewhere. I understand I don't know, Chaka apartments, but he took Meshach somewhere, helped Meshach create a paybill, and that paybill was widely shared with the name Albert Omondi OJUANG as the account name, you know. So in that arrangement, the family remained joint signatories. So that proposal was sailed through, and Anifa ended up sharing the paybill on our X platform, and even ended up creating a video to promote the paybill. Now, the second proposal, based on our analysis, came from someone by the name Meshach Kiprono Biwot, commonly known as Tumbili. But this time round, OJUANG declined, because according to OJUANG, he told him that he already had another proposal. Now, that's the third proposal. Now the fourth proposal, which appears to be a bit controversial, is the one from Eric Omondi.
I want to request him sisi kwa sisi tumtumie ile Mungu anapatia kwa namba yake. Namba yake ni
0727 92 78
na jina ya M-Pesa ni
Mesha Ojuang Opio.
Mesha Ojuang Opio. Tuma 10 bob, tuma 1 bob, tuma 100 bob, tuma 1,000, tuma 100,000, tuma 1 million. Ama chukua funeral yote.
Now when Eric Omondi approached the family, Eric Omondi already knew that there was another proposal from Anifa that had sailed through, and the family had created a paybill. But Eric Omondi convinced the family, and they opened another paybill based on the story we have, 247 with an account name. So they, with an account number. So they created another paybill. Now this is where the drama started, because based on Anifa's reaction, Anifa had to react, because when the second proposal was created, when the second paybill was created, it meant there was going to be confusion, and there was confusion. That's why you find that there's a particular time Eric Omondi surfaced holding Mesha Ojuang. The moment Eric Omondi created this second paybill, and Anifa had already assisted the family in another paybill, that is when there was some kind of clash, and Kenyans ended up being very confused over this matter. See, the question was, which paybill should we use? Should we use the Anifa one? Should we use the Eric Omondi one? It appears as if there was also another paybill. So there were multiple paybills which were fronted online. So you know that from the second paybill, because there was that kind of confusion, which was, we can say, was either deliberate or deliberate, intentional, ama haikuwa imejulikana. But because of that second paybill and many other paybills, maybe Kenyans were confused. That is the time Kenyans requested for Meshak's number to send directly to his phone number. So that was also made public, and Meshak number received multiple contributions. Ilikuwa inajaa M-Pesa, inajaa KCB M-Pesa, inajaa M-Shwari, zilikuwa zinajaa. So Meshak received a lot of money. But do you know what? That is the time hackers, these fraudsters, took advantage of the situation, because they had already done some their SIM card fraud activity to steal the identity of Mesha Ojuang's phone. What happened is that they ended up, taking all the money which had been received to Mesha Ojuang's personal number. So they were taking all the money. So when Mesha Ojuang wanted to look for the balances, probably to punguze ndio pesa ziingie, there was zero in KCB M-Pesa, zero in M-Shwari, and zero in M-Pesa. So what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? That is why, based on this story, we are taken back to what happened at the Nairobi City mortuary. That is the time this syndicate, the planners, launched their mission there. They took the phone, stole the identity, returned the phone, so that they could, control that phone. They could see anything that was happening on that phone. You see, it's possible, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the same thing to what is happening to OCS TALAAM. You know the case about OCS TALAAM, ambayo inasemekana kwamba simu yake pia ilikuwa hijacked. Simu ilikuwa hijacked. Then so who could have done that? Simu yake ilikuwa hijacked na ikatuma messages kwa watu. I suspect hiyo siku simu ilichukuliwa, that is the time these people executed their plan. So people are trying to throw blames or apportion blames on Eric Omondi's second pay bill, because that is where now confusion ilianza, because we understand that zile pesa zilingia kwa pay bill hazikuweza kuwa accessed. Those fraudsters could not access the money. They only access the money ambayo liko kwa M-Pesa yako, kwa M-Shwari yako, kwa KCB yako.
Trace of conscience, just pure evil.
Lakini Paybill hawakuweza, bank hawakuweza, zile watu kwa deposit direct kwa bank hawakuweza hizo. That is what happened. So, ladies and gentlemen, just go below in the comment section, and based on that story, whom would you suspect? Perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take once again and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.